Robert Kiyosaki, the multimillionaire author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, advised his followers to stop arguing and start buying Ethereum. Now let's check out the Ethereum chart and see if Mr. Kiyosaki got his timing right. Let's take a look back at where it came from, where it is now, and where it is headed in the short term. This is the daily chart. We'd like to quickly talk about this particular upcycle, the past movement, and then move on to the present and future possibility using signals from the Ichimoku Kinko trading system. The buy signals were apparent using Ichimoku signals on October 2020. There was a breakout above the Kumo. The Chikou span crossed above the Kumo as well. The Tenkan-sen crossed above the Kijun-sen, while both lines are above the Kumo. So this is a strong bullish signal because the crossover happened above the Kumo. There was also a bullish Kumo twist spotted ahead. Price made a strong upward move and respected the Kumo support from its buy point at $414 up to the high of $4,372. Once again, price created a gap with the Tenkan-sen, and the Tenkan-sen had overextended itself away from the Kijun-sen. This created a C pattern. When we find this pattern, we know that price needs to achieve equilibrium. There should be a correction in terms of price or in terms of time, where price will move sideways. What happened was a correction in price, so the result was a price drop. Then a bearish Kumo twist appeared and the price broke below the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen line. There was a bearish crossover between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. The Chikou span found support at the Kumo. The May 19, 2021 candle bounced. So what you see here is the Chikou span is already away from the Kumo because the Chikou span reflects the closing prices. It would have touched that Kumo intraday. Price met resistance at the Senkou B, the bottom Kumo. This is also where the Chikou span meets the Kijun-sen. The previous support now becomes the resistance. I merged another system and I added the 200 period moving average line, and look where the price bottomed. Price bounced again but met with resistance at the Senkou A. There was a short-term bounce. There was a bullish Kumo twist. So we count 26 periods back to see where the twist happened. There was a relief rally to the 4,000 levels, but price made a lower high. A sell-off happened and a bearish Kumo twist happened here. There was a bearish Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen crossover. The Chikou span is currently below the price, which is bearish. Price bounced off the Senkou B and crossed above the Tenkan-sen line. The target is the Kijun-sen line at 3340 as long as price is able to stay above the Tenkan-sen line. The 618 reverse Fibonacci level points towards 3290. This is quite close to the Kijun-sen resistance, which is at 3340. After this level, you will see a strong resistance at the Senkou A line at 3530. This is the same resistance for the Chikou span. So we consider this our resistance or our target area. Now if we draw a trend line, we will see that price is still within a channel, and the channel resistance is also at the same price range. In addition, there is a head and shoulders pattern visible, with the neckline extending towards the 3290 level, which is now already a short-term trend line resistance. So we now have a confluence of resistances between 3290 and 3530. However, before we see those levels, price has to break above the previous high at 3174, which is now the range resistance. If price is unable to break above the Senko A above 3,500 soon, we could see price back at 2,400, which is the head and shoulders target and also the range support. What we see presently are bearish signals. The Tenkan-sen crossed below the Kijun-sen. There's a bearish Kumo twist ahead. Price broke below the Senko A and is now inside the Kumo. The Chico span is also trending below the prices. However, the good news is that it is still pointing upwards, which means there's more room for additional price rallies, possibly towards the 3,350 to the 3,500 levels. Now, if you look back, you will see the same Ichimoku signals happening when price dropped towards the 1,700 levels. I like to find confluences in systems to find confirmation in the direction of the price. In the 4-hour chart, we see a resistance at the Senko B line. The 200 period moving average is also at the 3,350 area. The weekly chart shows a Kumo that is now moving sideways rather than trending up, suggesting range trade action at present. Ichimoku is best used with the trending market. However, it seems price will start to range rather than trend from here on. So for this purpose, it is best to use other systems such as moving averages for confirmation. So should we follow Mr. Kiyosaki's advice to stop arguing and start buying? Personally, I'd wait for the major resistance at 43.72 to get broken to take out the supply at the highs. No need to rush in. This is a short-term analysis. We will update our analysis if the factors in our charts change. Thank you very much.